I got straight pride. Don't want a thick, warm dick in my backside. I like straight times, like grilling with the guys and cracking up in a co on you. This is shit I desire. I love the straight shit, like dancing to the beat. When I'm topless at the club in the summer heat. I love the straight songs by my boy Elton John. I play them when I'm making love, baby, you're not long. Cause I'm a straight man, and I got straight friends. Don't want the chicks interfering with their straight plans. We got straight hobbies, like eating biscuits soggy. Slather on that sauce, I want it in my body. And bodybuilding, yeah, that's it, you feel me? Straight as shit there ever is, you know I ain't kidding. Going heaven's where it's at, cause what me on the rat. Hey, check my glutes, bro, there's nothing gay about that. You're not homo, but you know that you got a nice rump. You up for some amateur wrestling after the pump? Let me oil your thighs so that I rub too much. I know a club where we can go and spiral night till a shot. Then it's back to mine for some one-to-one time. Check out my meat, I'm cooking it all up tonight for you. A couple of hot dogs and a couple of brews. A recipe for messy eating's how I like it, how about you? Come on and fill me up, I never spill a drop. I wanna taste your cocktail, frank and nice and hot. I can feel my heart throb, but I don't ever wanna stop. Keep on eating till I pop, then it's time to swap. But it's up to you if you want to taste too. We got nothing to prove, we got nothing to lose. It's fine, take your time, we're just two straight guys. Have a straight dinner like straight guys do sometimes. I'm just a straight guy, living a straight life. I'm out and proud and I ain't ever gonna hide. We're just two straight guys, having a straight time. Before you come, I need to know if you got straight pride. Straight pride? Hell yeah, I got it. And I'm coming out in style from the straight closet. Far too long, my straight roots have gone unwatered. Let me drink up all your straightness from your straight faucet. If you've got straight pride, then I am by your side. All the colors of the straight flag are flying high. Fuck what they say, I ain't living a lie. Straight life, bitch, yeah, until the day I die. If you're a straight guy, then now's your time. Every straighty grab your lady, look her in the eyes and tell her, baby, I'm so straight, I wanna cry. And kiss her like you kiss your bro, hey, that's normal, right? Look, I'm straight, okay, so that means I'm not gay. Why would you think I'm gay? I swear I'm not gay. You like fucking women, yeah, pussy is what I slay. You love fucking it too, but in the straight way. I want pussy, I want pussy, I want pussy, I want calm. What I meant to say, pussy, I want pussy in my bum. Wait a minute, not in my bum, I'm in my palm. I want your rock hard pussy squirting on my tongue. I wanna feel your stubble of your cheek when you're kissing my neck and taking me from behind. Slide your pussy down my crack, I wanna feel your pussy in me, baby, so damn deep. I've never felt a pussy like a girl, I can't believe it. Cause I'm just a straight guy, living a straight life. I'm out and proud and I ain't ever gonna hide. We're just two straight guys, having a straight time. Before you come, I need to know if you got straight pride. Oh, I'm just a straight guy and I got a little straight pride. I know it's hard, but I can always be your straight guy. Will you come with me, keep me warm throughout the late night? Don't be afraid, everybody always cries that first time.
We'll be live if we are.
All right, I'm waiting.
Well, it's a very good chance.
I
We're
got
live. Guys, if we are live.
Yep, you got it.
How you doing? Well, there you go. We had to do a little change there. Silverfish, would you like to explain it if you guys want to go right into it? Sorry about the wait, everybody.
I got coronavirus, and it's just been really tough for me today. You know, I just don't want to bring chat down, but yeah, I'm dying of coronavirus, and so I don't know how to run a computer anymore.
Dying.
Well, at least we don't have some fucking grandfather working OBS from now on. That'll be.
Yeah.
You're dying, all right.
I'll be dead soon. Don't worry, guys.
That was fun. Well, you know what? So I guess I wasn't quite as prepared. I only had this image up, but let's have some fun. Let's talk about the show tonight. I'm full blast, as you know. Thanks everyone for coming out. What a show! What a show, right?
It's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Bibble, you're here. I thought that
I
was
gotta say,
room.
I'm really, really disappointed by you guys. You're stealing our bit from the Ralph retort with this tech support shit. Like, oh, we don't know what's going on with Discord or the OBS. That's our bit. Okay, we made that bit. You can't do that here.
Hey, it's surprisingly addictive. Like everything.
Yeah, it works very well.
We'll steal your audience, and we'll also steal your fucking.
No. What happened? That fucking OBS, man. It's. I swear to God, they designed it that way to fuck us over. They're not going to ban you. They're just going to mildly fuck with you. Just enough.
Dude, but I should be better than this. I'm a computer. You know this.
What's up, Bibble? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing really well. How you doing?
Fantastic. Yeah. I think a lot of people were saying we're really thankful you secured more Metokur content.
Yes, I did. So I'm very excited about that. I asked Ralph, before the show started, I said, "Hey, man, I know we're going to get a chance to ask a question. I only have one question, and it's going to be if he'll join my D&D game." And he's like, I knew you were going to do that. I don't think he's going to do it. I mean, he's played D&D before, but I don't think he'll do it. And, miss 100% of the shots you don't take. What can I say?
I love that you felt the need to run it past him too, but that's Johnson. Come on.
Well, I didn't want to be a dick, so.
Yeah. Well, Metokur's response was great. He's like, "Fuck it. What else do I have?"
That's what I figured too. I'm like, well, we're all quarantined here.
Yeah. I mean, really, like at a certain point, I mean, personally, I'm a little bit thankful because it's like now everyone's going to be in need. I mean, now everyone's almost as crazy as me. It's fantastic.
Yes. People commenting that I'm not asleep yet. Well, crazy shit happens when we're in the quarantine days.
Yeah. And it's gonna get even more fun.
It's crazy how close we're going to be with our partners and families and all that. It's really going to reestablish the nuclear family, which is just going to be horrible.
Have to talk to them?
Yeah.
What are you opening on stream here?
I don't even know, man.
Yeah, what are you opening? I ran out the door when I was 18 and I ain't ever going back. It is worse than...
Hey, man, we might see the end of globalism or the end of the global market with 1 to 2 day just-in-time supply chains. We might see the end of relying on all of the U.S.'s medicine supplies and prerequisites for that coming from China. That might be something.
Man. Yeah, that's wild that so much of our infrastructure relies on China. Like, I could not fathom that when they said how much of our medicine came from them.
Yeah, somebody, I forget who it was. It was probably some bro science guy on Joe Rogan I was listening to be honest. But they were talking about, like, you wouldn't outsource your weapons development to another country and believe your country has a good defense and is going to keep itself safe.
What are you talking about? Israel does that all the time.
Well, I mean, it's different when... Nah. Yeah, but it's same idea. Same idea, though, If somehow supplies were cut off to Israel, it might get fucked.
We're also in that position where everything comes from China for here, too, because we're basically your 52nd state or whatever. So I don't know. It's a crazy turnaround because when I was growing up, everyone was screaming at us to stop buying the cheaper Chinese goods and throw money at the farmers, and now they might get that opportunity.
Now we get the opportunity to play as drunken halfling.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Hell
wait,
yeah.
Yeah, right. Is that a class? Is a halfling a class? Because I'm thinking about being like, can I be like a drunken halfling that gets kicked out of his village for like beating his wife? Is that a
Yes.
thing that? Oh, fantastic.
You
Absolutely. I want to
A
get as
halfling
close
meant
to
to be a
Leprechaun.
fantasy game, full blast.
Yeah, a halfling is a race. You can definitely be a drunken one as well.
Fantastic. Does that give me any kind of like
Hey,
buff?
our audio is
Right.
muted.
What did you
I
do
think
to
our
the
audio is
stream?
muted right
We're
now.
fucking effed.
Did it? Oh, really? Fantastic.
You
That's
effed us.
Did I? Well, it's reading. It's reading over here. That we're talking. So
Are
Wait,
we
are we back? Are we get
Yeah,
trolled?
we're fine. Fuck 'em.
yeah,
fucking
I think we're
assholes.
fine. Are you just reading the chat? And they
I
said
am.
that we're muted.
Never trust chat.
You've
even
been
though
away
they
for a
always
while.
win.
You've been away for a while, I think.
I have. I've been
Yeah.
slacking off.
I'll tell you this: the chat will never lie to you. Maybe
Never.
you're muted inside. Maybe it's your heart. It's a keen insight, I think.
No, I'm just a fucking idiot. I'm very gullible. I had that caller the other day that totally got me. Wedge gets me freak when he phoned in as PPP and shit like that. God.
Well, I'm going to ask Bibble first, but I want to know what you guys think about who won the debate tonight.
Oh, definitely going to be Jim with that one. I'm a big fan of Jim's, to be honest, and also, well, I'm a big fan of his Corona streams, I should say. And I did my prepping early because Jim groomed me and told me to. So, just having him summarize it so concisely was nice. But yeah, I don't go with the argument of fuck grandma. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one.
Apex.
What prepping items did you guys get? Oh, are we going who won? Sorry.
Yeah, I lean towards Masterson because I am so fucking sick of all this MSM shit. Been, throwing us into the fear machine for since 9/11, and so I immediately disregard everything they try to tell
Guys,
me. To my own.
I think if you're sick about hearing about it, it's going to get worse. I imagine this is the future I can imagine, where the new SJW are going to be saying if it's like HIV, it's like a virus you catch, and then it gets you sick. They're going to say that if you didn't get it, if you're not corona positive, then it's proof of your privilege. They're going to drag us out into the streets. It's going to be a soft apocalypse.
And the other thing is that it's not like flat out the most deadly thing to hit us, and if it really came down to it, we would still function even if everyone's infected. I mean,
It's the fear, though.
Not that many. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, don't catch the fear.
I don't know.
I think that's what people should be saying, but that's what you can't stop. I really think that I hate to say it, but we're gonna get to the point to where we're fucking knocking our brains out because we're so sick about hearing it 10 years down the road. It's never going away, man. Oh God, it sucks.
Trust me, I'm already there.
I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of changes though. So I'm going to say I think that Metokur obviously won. If you're counting what the chat thought, right? I mean, just from the polls alone, there you go.
Yeah.
We did a 1-2, and I saw maybe 3 2s in there.
Oof.
2 being for, of course, Dick Masterson. Well, still, you know what? What I was worried about is the thing with Metokur is he's at least consistent, right? Dick, I'm a fan of Dick Masterson, but he easily falls back on the character he plays, right? Like I'm not being serious when I'm saying fuck grandma. It's just satire. Okay. Well, sometimes I get frustrated. Like, make a clear point. What are you actually trying to say?
Yeah. I mean, there's only so far you can go with the whole satire angle, obviously a lot of the things he says are tongue in cheek, and Jim was more serious, so it's a bit of apples to oranges there. But
yeah. I mean, like Dick calls himself a comedian, right? That's what he does. He made it fun, right? So in that way, I think Dick won that part. He was funnier. I think that's all that matters to him anyway. If anyone cares what I think what matters to Dick is was he funny?
Yeah.
So.
And I think it was. Yeah, I see the chat saying Dick was agreeing with him. Yeah, there was. I mean, it wasn't the traditional blood sports where they actually have entrenched positions that they go at from. Like you said, Dick is a comedian. All he cares about is if he's funny, getting his name out there. Getting some more views or that kind of. I mean, that's not all he cares about. I don't want to say that in a negative way, but
He's a professional, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his main goal.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And with Jim, it's I think he does it for fun. I mean, yeah, he does it for money, but I don't know. He seems to be more of a do whatever the fuck I want. I've already made my name sort of.
Well, lately with Corona, it seems like he is actually serious. Most of the time, he just does it for fun. Obviously, like you said, to make some shekels. But this time, it seems like it's much closer to home. There was the rumor that Jim had gotten deathly ill at some point from one of the Somalis that are running around there. I don't know if that was a gay op or if that was real, but he does seem to cough a lot and he smokes a lot. So even if he didn't get deathly ill at some point, he's still at a huge percentage risk of catching this. And so and it doing massive damage to him, I should say. I mean, we're all at a risk of catching it, but it doing massive lung scarring. So
yeah. I think what's crazy with him too is like near the end he's asking like is it nihilism? I think it's crazy to think that you can fall so deeply into nihilism that you no longer see it. Like it becomes something that's just am I nihilistic for thinking the entire world's going to get sick and all grandmas are going to die and to just have fun? Yeah, that's like the most nihilistic thing you could say.
Oh,
yeah.
is it? Oh. I thought it was about just trying to, have fun with everything. That's, I mean, like, trying to always laugh at a situation so you don't just top yourself.
Isn't fuck it, have fun, like, that's de facto nihilism, right? There's nothing we can do. Fuck it, let's just have some fun. Let's just have a good time, man, right? That's
optimistic
like,
nihilism is a good way to go.
That's
Pessimistic nihilism is just depressing. So if you're like fuck it, everything, nothing matters, fuck it, fuck everything, that's not so good. But it's like fuck it, let's have fun, yeah,
Well, you know what? I think we can all
that.
agree. Yeah, video games matter more than ever now.
Yeah, that's sort of it. Everyone's like freaking out about all this being locked inside and shit, but it's totally business as usual for me. Preparing since I was 10 years old.
Yeah. If you want to know what the whole nihilistic thing is like, read The Plague by Albert Camus. It's spelled
cool.
Albert Camus, but it's French, so it's pronounced Albert Camus.
Isn't he the one that? Oh, you want to talk more about that?
Yeah, it's a book about literally the plague in I believe it's a little Spanish town that catches it. I don't remember who catches it in the book, but all the people inside the town obviously get quarantined because it's the Black Death, and they're not doing anything to really help them except for giving them food and everything. And it's about how the characters kind of develop, and people who were just kind of these party boys end up helping to wash the bodies and just all this kind of crazy shit. And it's this nihilistic approach of you're either going to get it or you're not. You're going to be sick or you're not. But what do you do in the meantime? Are you actually going to help out? Are you going to be of use to society? Or are you going to fall apart even as society is falling apart around you?
That's interesting. Yeah. That's like existentialism right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy, he wrote something else. Was it The Stranger where he kills the guy on the beach? He does it like
Yes.
he's in his way and he just shoots him to death. Like, what's the problem? I mean, that it's so bizarre, but at the same time weirdly relatable. Am I wrong?
Yeah, he goes to prison because he's not upset about his mother dying.
Yeah.
Because his mother had died, and they were like, "You went to the beach with some whores and this guy, after your mother had died." And he's like, "Yeah, she was dead. What was I going to do? There was whores."
Just sit around looking at her. There's pretty ladies at the beach. If only this guy would get out of my way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I got to get back into reading. I need to finish Dune. What are you guys reading? What else
You
you
got
reading?
plenty of time.
Yeah, I ain't seen that movie.
I made Matthew Riley books because he's got like an Indiana Jones and modern fucking warfare sort of crossover thing going on in his Jack West series. It's fucking awesome.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
Silverfish, what about you? What are you reading?
I was looking for the fucking title of it. So does it count if I listen to Audible before I go to bed?
Oh, it's fine.
Nope.
Okay.
That's
No,
called
well,
then no.
listening, not reading.
You're
So
listening to yeah.
There are some books that I've read and then got the audiobook to and listened to again because I like them so much. One of those would be Ringworld. I love that universe and the world building in that. So that's a good one that I've actually read. The one that I'm consuming via audio is Expeditionary Force, Book 2, Spec Ops.
Ringworld. Is that like a Sonic book? Or
Yeah, it's a Sonic book.
oh, sounds sick.
No, the idea with Ringworld, that's a book by Larry Niven, came out in the 70s. The idea is instead of a planet orbiting a sun, there was like a ancient galactic species or whatever that built a ring at the same distance of a planetary orbit around the star. And it's just a really, really huge landmass that's all connected and stuff. And
I'm sorry I asked.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. It gets weird in like
Yeah.
book 2 and 3 because like they have the notion of like humanoid species had been there like thousands of years ago, and then it's like hundreds of thousands of years later, and they've evolved. So there's like here's a carnivore species, here's a hominid species that's underwater, here's the ones that's built for mountains, and so they don't really interact, but when they do, they fuck each other and ritualistically and stuff, and it's very weird. So it kind of falls apart after the second book. First book's great.
Right. Little change of topic here. I wanted to hit back on.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? This is a crazy book.
Nah. Go ahead.
Sounds a little bit like Ender's Game. You ever read the second Ender's Game? It's like a bunch of trees that turn into sloths. It's crazy. It's nothing.
Do they all like fuck each other and stuff in Ender's Game too, as well?
Did they fuck each other in the first Ender's Game? I think you're confusing that with it.
I don't know, man. There's just a lot of weird sci-fi authors that have cool ideas, but then it turns into a bunch of weird people fucking each other. Also, we got a super chat, bro.
Oh, let me go ahead and read that out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I wanted to say thank you again to the super chatters. Anyway, we had a few in the other cooler heads. Chris DeVries, I saw you earlier. Very much appreciate it. You guys home. Thank you. Well, I think we got need for maintaining sanity, right? And
yeah, you want to change gears.
No, it's all about good content. Whether it's Orson Scott Card, the Maniac, and his wonderful book about trees that turn into sloths, or whatever you said. It does sound like an interesting one, though. What?
Another good book that is, well, they made a Netflix series, Altered Carbon, out of this book. The book's great. I can vouch for the first 2 out of the 3 series. I didn't read the third one. They were great. So, I don't know. Watch the show if you're interested in cyberpunk shit. It's sci-fi stuff with titties in it. It's great on Netflix.
I wasn't going to ask you guys to debate what Metokur and Dick talked about tonight. We've heard it 2 nights in a row, right? And I don't know. I don't really think anyone cares what I think anyway. But I wanted to ask you a hypothetical. So let's say that like Trump assumes dictatorial powers, or let's say Jim does. Let's say Jim is somehow given dictatorial powers, and we have Daddy Jim in charge of all the boots in the world, right? Would you take that? Would you take that scenario if it meant that the person who follows up after Jim is pretty much guaranteed to suck?
Suck how? Suck with the same amount of authority and power and overreach, or suck in a different way?
Just beltway politician bent on getting nothing but power and money.
Well, that's what's going to happen anyway. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Is he giving up his power after 4 years? I mean, what's the time frame?
No, I don't think so. I think that's part of the question, though. Well,
you don't know yet either.
You don't even. You don't know. Would Jim step down and just give another person power? Would he establish a new democracy? Would he die and put his son in charge?
Yeah, he'd fuck us around at the last minute. Just he'd be dying on his bed. Just say, you know what? you guys get Bernie and AOC as a fuck you.
That's a
And
good
then
question, Bibble. You
drop
threw me
dead.
off.
He put him in cryo sleep back in 2021, and he's instating him after he dies.
Mm.
Jim the Troll.
Yeah, I'd have to say no, no on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you.
I mean, if they're guaranteed to suck afterwards, you can't really follow it up. Also, it's probably going to be Kushner at that point, and Jesus Christ, that guy
Yeah.
looks like every villain that you see
yeah.
in a movie. He has psychopath eyes, and it fucking
Yeah.
creeps me out.
He looks like he wakes up every morning and puts people on for clothes.
Yes,
Look,
he does. He really
there is
does.
going to be a trade off. You do like Jim is totally going to take out every single furry that exists. So that's something.
Yeah, he's gonna take the furries out. Yeah, well, hey,
Yeah.
maybe he'll stream it, so we'll get a lot more content.
Fuck yeah.
Content's the name of the game right now.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Watch your
That's what we want to
screens.
see. Yeah.
Stay safe.
You guys want to, wrap it up, call it a short show, or do you want to just drone on and talk about video games or something like that?
Well, there's 3 people in the green room, so we'll give them a go.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
going to
take some
talk
callers.
about D&D. I'm still going to have to run a show for you boys, a D&D stream.
Yes.
So we're going to have to decide if it's going to be an after show D&D stream, or if it's going to be on like a different time than my other D&D stream. Obviously, I want you guys to come on the D&D stream, the main one, as a guest, but
That'd
I'd
be great.
also like to have a secondary one for you guys, if that's all right.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Man.
Yeah.
I got to learn how to play. And my Sunday is your Sunday is my Monday. So
Yes.
I work. Got to do it another day.
Now, I don't know a lot about D&D myself. I wanted to listen to you guys nerd off about it because it sounds cool. I mean, I actually have I bought like a D&D starter kit, like a tool. I never opened it.
For 5e?
Yeah.
I don't know. What is that? Is that a version?
Yeah, it's when did you buy it?
Oh, probably like a year ago.
Yeah, you got the 5th edition one. Yeah, no, that's going to help you out a lot. It'll tell you, like, all the actions you can take and things like that. I mean, D&D is like, if you've ever played a video game RPG, it's a lot like that. You have your certain spells, you can only do some things at certain levels. I mean, it's very standard in that way, but I like it because it has infinite options if you have a good DM. So, if you come up to a door in a video game, it's going to be locked. Okay, how do you get it open? Well, you got to get the key from the butcher down the street, whatever the fuck it is. Well, when you have D&D, it's like, okay, you come up to a door, it's locked. All right, well, can we crawl through the window? Can I go up to the roof and try to come in? Can I chop down the door? Well, yes, but all of these have consequences. Okay, how loud do you want to be? The guard's going to come around if you start chopping at the door. Now, the roof is thatched, so you might be able to get in through there, but that's going to cause another problem. And so you have to kind of roll with the punches, and you have to think of you have to break that mindset of, okay, there's a key that will open this door. Well, no, the door can get opened a number of. I mean, if you have the knock spell, then you that and it opens the door. You don't have to worry about anything else. But then again, knock could be heard for so much of a distance, that kind of thing.
Well, that sounds really cool. It sounds like I can just come up with silly solutions to made up problems. That sounds great.
Yeah,
and I heard, yeah, and
that's pretty much.
Yeah. And you're you said you're the dungeon, or you're a good dungeon. That's cool. Silverfish was talking about you're like a drummer. So hard to find what you.
Yeah, yeah. Every group of people that I've ever been interested in playing Dungeons and Dragons with is like, yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, I know a guy that's a really good dungeon master, and then it never works out.
So what is it? What is it that draws you, Bibble, being a DM?
Well, I mean, I like to play and I like to DM as well, but I like the DM aspect of setting up the world, setting up this kind of clockwork mechanism that gets started, and then everything else is on the players. I also like the aspect of playing every other character in the world. That's really fun. I mean, you get to play one character when you're playing. When you're the DM, you get to play a bunch. I mean, you have to avoid the pitfalls of having the DM insert at that point, where it's like, yeah, this is my Mary Sue, guys. It's going to come along and fix all the problems for you. But you've got that. I don't know. I just like telling a good story. I like the thrill of it. I like adding a challenge to the game. Unless you down at least one character per encounter, it's not really a good encounter. So I like all aspects of it. I guess Bibble has sick power fantasies. That's why. That's correct.
I was going to ask you if you just like toying with people's lives.
that's one of the aspects. I enjoy having power over white people, so that's thoroughly enchanting. The Bibble D is my Twitter. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
And it's going to be like a stream everyone gets to watch, right?
Yes, it's going to be a stream. Of course, the gym stream is going to be on the 29th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whenever you guys want to play, we can do it, whenever it works out for everybody here. So.
That sounds great. Now, I think I know the answer, but I feel like there's two types of games. Games where it's fun when noobs are in there because you could just screw with them, and games where they're just an absolute drag. Where does this fall?
It depends on the night. I mean, it's a lot of back and forth. So if I'm feeling on and the players are feeling on, it can really be very entertaining and very back and forth. And then some nights I'm drained or I'm tired and I'm not as on as I should be.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see that in the game. It turns to shit. So. It just depends on what night you catch it. So if it's a bad game one night, please tune in for the next night.
That's fair enough. I mean, so my brother is ridiculously good at Call of Duty. He's got like 6,000 hours in these games, and he was telling me like, dude, it's so hard to play at your best every game. Sometimes you're just tired. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's very hard to keep up a high level, of playing or DMing. So you really have to take breaks and recharge your batteries, or you have to space it out. That's why I like running a game every other week. But right now, especially since I'm not going to be working for a week or two, I figured I could at least have a one-shot game with you guys, or at least plan a couple of sessions. I don't like to plan it out too much, but like I said, I have a clockwork kind of method that I use. So, I'll have an end goal that you guys start out with, which might be, whatever, save the princess. And then there's, there's like 2 to 3 to 5 other things going on at the same time in the background that you can also interact with. And if you interact with those in a certain way, it changes the end condition. It's very nerdy as far as the back end, the way that I do it. But I really like that because, it's like, okay, well, you didn't even find this one thing. I can say, okay, well, that tripped this condition at the very end, and things like that. So,
hey, instead of rescuing the princess or something, could we rescue like something cooler and like more masculine, like maybe a group of bodybuilders stuck in a steam room in like a castle or something?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to rescind my offer. I'll see you guys.
Yeah. I mean, a group of barbarians in a lava lake under a dwarven fortress.
I've got nothing in this. I'm a drunken hobbit who's in search of another wench. I got nothing with bodybuilders and barbarians. I need me some princesses that I can beat.
Jesse Hackett says, "What if everything shuts down for 18 months?" I'll probably still have to work at some point during that because I can telework, so they'll probably still want me to work. So I won't have 18 months. Dr. Schrute says, "Ever try Call of Cthulhu? There's lots of campaigns. I've heard of Call of Cthulhu. I've never played that. I really want to."
Is that like another one of these games, or?
Yeah, there's a shit ton of different tabletop RPGs. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of Vampire the Masquerade, at least from the video game, the old 2000s video game Vampire the Masquerade. So there's that type of tabletop. I think that uses like a D6 system with some kind of exploding dice or something. Where like if you roll a high number or a certain number, you roll more. Maybe I don't know that much about it. I know there's people that are going to yell at me because I got it completely wrong. But there's all different types of tabletops. It's just D&D is probably the most popular type of tabletop game there is, and it's really had a resurgence here recently with the 5th edition. They've streamlined it quite a bit. Some people would say they've dumbed it down.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not a 2nd edition D&D player. I came in playing 3.5. I've played all kinds of 3.5 games, from superhero games to horror games, because 3.5 had a semi-open license. So you could use that as your basis of your game and build upon that. So there was a ton of games that were made around that. I played some Star Wars Saga Edition. I played Pathfinder, of course. And then I didn't play 4th edition. I picked up 5th edition, and I absolutely loved it. There's something absolutely visceral about rolling with advantage, which, for those who don't know, rolling with advantage means normally when you play the game, you roll a d20 and you add some type of modifier to it, right? So you add your attack modifier, or you add your stealth, or whatever it is you're trying to do. But you generally roll 1d20 and then you add something to it. Things like advantage, you roll 2d20s and you take the highest number. Or if you have disadvantage, it's the opposite. You roll 2d20s and you take the lowest d20. That's very visceral when you're actually rolling dice. It's very fun. It's like exploding dice, but it doesn't get as complicated, because when you have exploding dice, let's say you roll 2d6. Well, if you get 6 on those, you'll roll 2 more d6. And if you roll 6 on one of those, you'll roll another one. And that's what exploding dice means. It can get very large if you get lucky, but it can get out of control. So when you have advantage, you limit it to 2 dice. You just roll it, and you're fine. I feel like I'm boring the chat with some of the minutia.
No, I like this though.
What are your thoughts on
fun to play?
What are your thoughts on tabletops? I've heard a lot of people talking about that one.
On tabletops?
The tabletop simulator?
Oh, I have not had a chance to try that out yet. Everybody's saying it's really, really good. I would like to use it, but I haven't gotten into it. Right now I use Roll20 just because it's the easiest.
Roll20. Oh, it's another. Well, interesting. I think there's some something to be said about it. I haven't looked into it at all, but hell, maybe we'll start doing some video games or board games. That'd be fun.
Could you give us a quick rundown on what characters we could choose, just so we can get thinking and maybe get back to you on some ideas?
Oh God. Okay, so I'll kind of
like elves and orcs and dwarves and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll go over. And has anybody here played anything like WoW or
Yeah, I was going to say the complaints that people have with making D&D simple are very similar to what I have a problem with WoW.
What's that?
Well, that vanilla was very complicated, and you had to do like achievements for endgame, and now you just hit up a queue for 15 minutes, whereas before it would take you like months to even get to a position where you could do like molten core for. So yeah, I've never played D&D, but I get the feeling I'm gonna like it.
Oh yeah.
But do go on, Bibble.
Sorry, I had to get something to drink. So yes, for those who have played WoW or something like that, you'll be familiar with some of the archetypes. So you have. We'll just go over some of the basic ones. You have your rogue. That's your sneaky boy. You stealth around, and if you get advantage, you can do massive amounts of damage with a backstab type attack. You don't have a lot of hit points. You probably won't have a high AC, which is the number you need to roll. So if I'm trying to attack full blast character, he'll have an AC. Let's say it's 15. Let's say I have a modifier, attack modifier of 4. So I roll a d20 and I add the 4 to it. So I mean, obviously, I would need to get either a 16 or higher because his AC is 15.
AC
So-
stands for armor class, right?
Armor class, that's correct.
Okay.
So if I roll a 12 or higher because my bonus is 4, then I'm going to hit him. You can get into all the math and everything, but that's
Yeah.
fairly where you want to go.
I'll do my own math. I'll have supreme leprechaun magic. It's beyond anyone else's mathematical ability.
That's it. As long as you do the math, it'll work out, I feel.
Yeah.
What's kind of the most weirdest or fucked up character somebody could play?
Oh man, there's all kinds of fucked up shit. You can
Halfling
play-
barbarian.
Yeah, ghost of your own child that hasn't been born yet, or so. I mean,
Oh shit.
there's just all kinds of stupid shit that people play. I love there's this one meme out there that's like, people's first character is like, oh, I'm gonna play a knight and he's gonna have the same morals as me and everything else, and then it's like, their 10th character is like, I play a sandwich that's a wizard that uses mage hand to carry itself everywhere.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
like-
I love that.
Yeah, that's what you get into after you kind of
Oh.
explore the system and play
Yeah.
out the archetypes that you like best. Then you start just doing all kinds of stupid shit.
That resonates with me. I mean, it's like you playing Dark Souls. The first one, everyone wants to be a knight. By the end, you're Zero Lenny. You're completely blue. You got this orange hair. I mean, come on. That's what you do in Oblivion. That's what you do in all these games.
Yeah. So, you've got your rogue archetype, you've got your paladin archetype, which is a knight and magic user mix. You've got your fighter, which is a straight knight, a straight fighter. You can be either sword or I should say melee or ranged.
It's got to be straight though.
Yeah, it's got to be straight. No, don't miss me with that poofter. You've got a wizard who is someone who can learn new spells by writing them down in a book. You've got a sorcerer who it's innate in their spell casting, so they don't really get to learn. I mean, they learn new ones as they progress, just like a wizard, but you can't just like grab a scroll and read it and write it down and then know it. You don't learn like that. Then you have kind of a mix between fighters and wizards, where you have that would be your paladin, your cleric, your warlock, where you get a little bit of both. Cleric is your primary healer, but they've also given some healing to bards. If I'm a player, I like to play bards just because combat is not that interesting to me in D&D, because I've played RPG combat and it runs a lot smoother in video games. So I just prefer to play a video game if I'm going to do a dungeon crawler. So I like bards because they're the faces, they get to talk. They get to add support to a group, so people always like it when you're playing a bard. I don't know. Bibble, you're overcomplicating the game. Stop focusing on the math aspect. It's Greek to normies, and most people hear math and That's fair. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone down that aspect. But
Nah, I like it though.
Yeah.
It's Corona, man. We got to all learn math during this time.
We're gonna do a whole stream just going down the stats. Listen to all the stats of the game.
I'll do a Silverfish teaches math stream.
Oh, Jesus
God.
Christ. Make it something funny, at least like fart math. I mean, come on.
Do you guys know how a Turing machine works? It's an
How does a
infinite
Turing
paper
machine-
tape. And you can no, I won't get into it.
Yeah. thank you.
What about the races in the game, like orc and elf and all that? How does that kind of play in, and are some races better than others at the attributes?
So yeah, all races are not created equally. So generally with the races, you get a racial bonus to some of your attributes. So, like your elf, I think they get a racial bonus to dexterity or charisma or something like that. I can't remember. I don't play elves a lot.
So they'd be better as like a rogue or a bard or something instead of
Yeah,
something else, right? Okay, cool.
exactly.
Sorry, go on.
Tieflings, they get a bonus to charisma.
What is that?
Dwarves,
Tiefling?
charisma. A tiefling is a um, it's a half demon essentially. So you're at some point down the line, one of your ancestors fucked a demon, and now here you are. And so you have horns and some colored skin, and you are distrusted by people if they're smart, that kind of thing.
So somebody in the chat said they wanted to try to play as I play a shot as a business owner or a moneylender or something. Maybe that would be a good skill.
Moneylender.
Little horn demon guy. Okay. Sorry.
Exactly.
Go on.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just droning on about it. So yeah, you get not only an attribute bonus, but a lot of races get some kind of special ability. Like maybe you get like as a drow, a dark elf. I'm sure people have heard of that. As a drow, you get dark vision, of course. You also get the ability to cast a spell called Fairy Fire, which is actually very helpful in that when you cast this spell, if they fail their check against it, then everybody gets advantage because it causes them to glow and it's much easier to hit. So you can cast that, and I think you can cast some other ones. So there's generally different things that you get. Either you get like some languages with your race. You also get some kind of special ability depending on the race, that kind of thing. So I mean, it's a little bit more flavor, and then you also get backgrounds in the game. That's another thing that they've included in 5th edition, where you have your class that gives you certain things, certain skills, whatever. Your background will also give you certain skills, and it may give you like an ability to use a tool. So if you're trying to pick a lock, if you want to do it well, you want to have thieves tools or proficiency in thieves tools. So your background will give you that, and it also helps to flesh out your character because they have a little table for things like personality trait, flaw, ideal, all these things. So if you're having a hard time coming up with what is this character going to be, you can just randomly roll, or you can look down the chart and choose what you want. I really like the way that they've set up 5th edition.
Sounds like it's going to be a blast. You put a lot of thought into it.
I try.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, at least for me, there's 2 ways I play games. Like most games, I'll just I'll play with friends. D&D, I'll pick up and have a good time. And there are other games I just get so crazy into it. It sounds like this is that for you.
This dork is describing board games. Thank you, Neon Noor. Yes, that is this for me. It's when you just describe the mechanics of it, it can be very dry. But also, I'm one of these people that I hate listening to people's D&D stories because it's always you had to be there. Like it's never fun listening to it after the fact, but when you're there and you're fighting against the fucking demon and everybody else has been knocked down at this point, and you're like, well, we're gonna fucking have a TPK, a total party kill, and then the last person, they roll that natural 20 and they get they get their critical hit and they lop off the demon's head. It's just one of those things where you can have a whole room of adults cheering over defeating an imaginary monster. So
yeah, but it's like describing a poker match the next day. It's like no one cares. No one wants to hear like how you felt when the river card turned.
Yeah. Nobody cares about that except for the people that were there or people watching. So I think that'll be good. Oh, crazy warlocks in the green room. Holy shit.
Let's grab me.
A pistol. Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
Hey,
Crazy
how are you guys?
warlock.
Hey, Bibble, what's up?
Not a whole lot, man. How you doing?
Doing all right. So yeah, that was an interesting show.
Yeah, what's your take on that?
I don't know. I mean, it was all right, but I think Dick was just playing a character. The whole fuck grandma thing.
Yeah. That's like Dick's thing, right? He plays a character, and then sometimes I think he lets it falls away, and he goes into smart mode later on. I don't know.
The big brain mode.
Yeah, big brain mode. Yeah, when he's trying to explain himself.
He didn't really seem to engage that mode much tonight.
Yeah, he's got the fallback. You know, he's playing a character. It's not even his name.
That's,
Right.
that's true.
Yeah.
I was just playing a character. I was only pretending to be an asshole. It's not really me.
But was it funny?
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny. It was a bit
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I just hope his grandmother doesn't come up dead in the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
He
it
might
might
go to
break,
jail.
yeah, it might break a hip.
God damn. Yeah. He just makes me miss Maddox. I miss him having a foil. You know, some I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim did a great job, but he's not as dumb as Maddox was. I miss that old show.
No one's as dumb as Maddox.
Yeah, it's truly fascinating. I wish that guy would stream more. But every time Maddox streams, every time he streams, his chat just fills up. It just fills with message retracted, message deleted, user hidden. It's fantastic.
Oh god.
Yeah. I don't think he realizes how much joy he brings people. You know, not in the way he intends. It's there. Cut fan.
Oh shit. Well, that's the best thing you can do is spread joy as a comedian, right?
Yeah. But yeah, Bibble seemed to recognize you. What's up, Warlock? What are you all about?
Oh, I knew Bibble way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go on the post mortem together.
Yeah, we did.
Oh shit!
That was a real
Yeah.
shit show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the original after show.
Oh fuck. Those were the days.
Except we
Yeah.
had twice as many co-hosts as this one.
Nice.
Yeah.
We had like 6 or 7, I think.
Wow,
Yeah, we had a shit ton.
Like
Yeah.
Caligula would always show up fucking drunk.
Yeah, Caligula would be shit faced. Dan's
Yeah.
sitting there trying to juggle all the autists that are there, including myself, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to that Caligula guy? I miss him. He was the one that went off on the rant about Caligula and how Caligula put a statue of himself in the Jewish temple. Like, you worship me now. It was a fantastic rant. I don't hear him anymore.
I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah. I think he called in once recently, but it wasn't as fantastic as it used to be.
Oh yeah. I wonder if he stopped drinking. Maybe that's why.
That's usually it, isn't it? Yeah. Oh god, fucking Rand. Can you imagine if Rand stopped drinking and just started streaming sober? What a terrible world that would be.
He might stop getting banned from every place.
Well, that would suck too. That's like his bit.
That's true.
Yeah, who wants a? But he's gonna clean shave his face and come out there with his picture and be like, you know, talk all hoity-toity perfect. That's not gonna happen. That's not Rand. Oh god. What? How about you guys? What are you playing?
I've
World-
been downloading COD for 2 days.
Holy shit.
God, yeah.
I'm not really playing anything, but I heard Doom is fantastic. Without DRM either.
Yeah. I gotta pick that up. We all gotta pick that up.
I think
Yeah,
they took
COD
it down already.
Oh yeah. Oh well. Fucking yeah, dude. That COD game. The current Call of Duty is like 200 gigs. How big is it anyway?
Yeah, 175. It's fucking ridiculous.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
I was flipping through people who were streaming that the other day, and I stumbled upon this chick, and she's walking through a store in the game getting shot at. And she stopped, turn around to look at some of the dresses that are on the wall, like in the store in the game.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I wonder, you know, like even for the girls that don't kitty stream, they're just up there with their face. I wonder how much of it is because they're female. I mean, I would rather watch a girl's face than a guy's face if she was a good player.
You'd rather what with a girl's face?
I'd rather watch a stream with a girl's face on it than look at a guy's face if they were an equal player. If they were, you know, that seldom seems to happen.
Oh, right,
So-
yeah. That's fair.
I
Yeah,
thought it was just tits, isn't it?
I guess that's what it's got to be about. I don't know. I mean, what are we saying, that men are intrinsically better at video games? I don't know. Maybe they
Okay,
just
so-
care more.
So you're saying that if the male player and the female player were exactly the same and you couldn't see the female player's body, only her face, you would prefer to watch that to a male?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to look at a guy's face. If I had to pick between faces, I'm gonna pick. God, yeah.
Panel?
Does
Panel?
the same
Does he have a
player
mustache
look at it
though?
Yeah, one looks like Big Brother from 1984.
And what does the guy look like?
You know what I was going for, you bastard.
Shit.
Nah, I'd probably watch the chick anyway. Fuck it.
I don't know.
It depends on how good the chick is at the game.
Yeah.
Because if she complete shit, I'm not gonna watch that. Except maybe the troll.
Troll some of the fans, in the chat.
Troll them, troll her.
Yeah, we had an influx of bots, and I thought it was because I was doing that on the Full Blast name, just like fucking around in other people's chats, and apparently that's a thing on everyone. Like,
the fucking thought bots are everywhere.
Yeah, I blame Project Melody. I got them all sweating.
I don't know. I don't know. Melody kind of shut down all the thoughts, so I don't know.
I hate to interrupt. Chat keeps calling me Jo. I don't understand the joke. Please.
I don't follow. No, I don't know
either.
Understand. Maybe it's an inside thing.
They said, when did Jay change his handle from Jo to Bibble? Who's Jo? Nobody?
I have no idea.
No idea. Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was like some caricature or character that you had on. I'm just like, okay.
I didn't even make the connection until someone pointed out that the Star Wars character that I picked for the profile picture, his name is Bibble.
What?
That's the governor for what was it? Naboo?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is like C.U. Bibble or something like that. But yeah, small world.
Oh shit, it is.
Yeah, I just like this shit-eating grin, and that's such a terrible movie. You guys want to watch the Star Wars prequels together?
Yes. Absolutely. That would be amazing. What's his name?
Hayden pod racing, man.
You know what? I'm down to start making pod racers at this point.
I can't even watch the first one anymore. It's so painful.
I was gonna say I'm stuck inside, but I don't want to go more insane by watching those fucking movies.
You know, at least I've said this before, but they gave us something though. You know, you can't do anything with Miss Marvel, whatever her name is.
Yeah, they gave us prequel memes.
Endless fucking joy and despair. I don't know.
That's true. That's what I felt when I was watching the fucking thing in the theater. Was endless fucking despair.
Yeah, I
mean, I paid money to see this piece of shit. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I was super young when it came out, so like watching it again when I was like, I don't know, 20, and seeing what Jar Jar was all about, I was like, oh man, that's intense.
It's like being molested. You're like, I guess I liked it.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Yeah. Oh, I got another hot take for you guys. I might as well get this out now. What do you think of this? I was thinking about it the other day. I think astrology is racism for women.
Yes.
How so? What do you mean?
They'll write you off. If you're a certain star type that's meant to clash, they'll just write you off completely.
That's so her. She's a Sagittarius. Of course she would say that.
You
Shit.
have to find out what star type is that they're compatible with and lie. Tell them you're that type.
I think we got to weaponize astrology, guys. We got to use it for our own purpose. Can you imagine if your woman was into that and you wrote her horoscopes for her? She didn't know it. What you could get away with?
Oh fuck, that would be amazing. I would just make up ludicrous fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, that might be the best job, and it's work from home.
It is. Hey, you can do it now.
Yeah. Moonlight writing Chinese cookie jokes or something like that. I don't know.
Some of them are nuts though, because you read them and like, you will find new love, and then some fucking married woman just goes off and runs off with the next busboy. It's crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Take advice from a cookie. Could you do much better? It's either that or Facebook forum.
So are you saying that what we should do is read like horoscopes and then be on the lookout for that? Like if it says you will find new love, just start introducing yourself to as many crazy women that look like they follow horoscopes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's not a recipe for disaster or get a knife in your back or anything.
You know, that's something that Dick did say a long time ago. I think it's fantastic advice. If you want to pick up women, just talk about horoscopes. I mean, I know it's probably makes your skin crawl, probably, but just do it because most of them they care for some reason. They care about that stuff. It's weird, isn't it?
Or
How
if
could
they
you
don't
care about
care, they
horoscope?
would want to talk about that too.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not one of those girls that believes in that. That's stupid. I'll tell you why. All my dumb friends are doing this. And blah, blah,
those ones are
blah.
even better. The one I'm smarter than that. See, I don't. Yeah.
Just shut up and get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean,
Fuck.
you're gonna hear it anyway. I love
I
that.
know.
I love that. People have been telling Dick to settle down and have kids, and so you could hear.
His girlfriend's already driving him nuts. Do you think?
Yeah.
Kids? Oh my god.
I don't know.
Locked in his house. He has a wife and 2 kids. He'd fucking kill someone.
I think now's the time, guys. Like, because everyone says there's going to be a baby boom, and I agree. If you get on it early, then your kid will be like King Boomer. Will be the head of the boomers.
Yeah.
Do you want that? Do you want a king boomer?
Do you want? Well, it's better than being
bottom boomer.
Yeah, bottom boomer. No one wants to be
Nobody
bottom
wants
boomer.
to be a bottom boomer.
That's what I'm saying. Now's the time, boys. You got to crank them out. You got to save that. Whatever you are, whatever you identify as, save that race.
I can go for that. I'll get an Asian waifu. That'll work.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I'm waiting for CRISPR before I have my kid.
CRISPR. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a Khan kid.
A Khan kid?
Kid.
Yeah, like from Star Trek, Khan.
Oh! I thought that was like a D&D thing.
I get what you mean now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could be able to pick its class and its written, its abilities down to the stats.
And it's what else?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All the way down to every last stat. I'm gonna make sure pick his eye color and his hair
that's some Gattaca shit right there.
I mean,
hell yeah, CRISPR
come on,
babies, man.
Come on, chat. If it came to that, would that be what it took for you to get serious and have kids? If you could go in and like open up a window and put numbers in, like a certain number of numbers, you only get a lot of number of points. Put them in different categories and build a fucking kid. I think that'll be a good business model. You got to gamify it. You got to gamify impregnation.
I know a doctor who might be interested in doing something like that.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of doctors out of work looking for new avenues, new paths of human development. It's gonna be fantastic. We'll see what'll happen.
Yeah, I was thinking of Frankenstein, but
I was thinking more like Chinese hybrid babies with like a gland that just releases its own coconut oil, so they're like constantly hydrated, super hydrated skin.
I thought you meant so they could be good at math.
Well, I mean, yeah. Put those points elsewhere. You already got a raise.
That's true. You got the racial bonus.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, boys, I think it's time for me to go.
Yeah. I think we're gonna wrap up here too.
Great
Bibble,
time.
thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me on.
Yeah. Anything else you want to plug or go over?
I'm gonna start doing morning streams. I was gonna try and do one tomorrow morning, but Jesus, it's so fucking late right now.
I think good luck with that now.
Yeah, I don't know.
You took your power. Yeah.
But definitely, I'm gonna do a Sunday stream this Sunday at Jesus Christ, man, my brain stopped working. Yeah, at 3 p.m. Eastern on dlive.tv/Bibble, youtube.com/Bibble. Also, we're going to be doing a Saturday sunset this weekend. Hopefully, I don't know what the fuck we'll talk about because there's no MMA going on. And then, of course,
how about talk about Corona? That's a sunset in itself.
Yeah, and then on the 29th, we'll do the actual D&D stream, 5 p.m. Eastern. Again, it's dlive.tv/Bibble, youtube.com/Bibble. Thank you guys. I'll do a face reveal once I get to $1 million. Gorham, how about that?
His face.
We gotta see it.
His face reveal will just reveal that he's Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
To the chat, thanks to all of you. Special thank you to all the super chatters once again. Very, very much appreciated. And thanks for watching here. Silverfish, Apex, thank you guys for joining me. You got anything to say?
Hey, man.
Thanks for the chat, man.
Wash your hands and don't be a boomer at technology.
Yeah. Maybe we'll work that out next. yeah, I guess I'll play us out with some music. And you know what? This one has been stuck in my head, and we play them. Just gonna play us out with a little bit of Hard Men Working Hard. How's that sound?
That's all right.
Guys, well, I hope you have a fantastic night, and take care.
People are like, Matt's out there flagging hundreds of videos.
Because you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Stop lying.
It was just perpetual bullshit and just fucking
stop
lies.
Stop
No, well, you know,
lying.
Matt flagged me down. No, I didn't. I didn't do anything. Yeah. You guys may want to watch out. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Matt, although pretty much everyone I know just calls me faggot. I really don't understand it. People are still mad, but didn't you see me rebranded? Matt's turning a new leaf, man. But I guess people are pissed. Just having a dead channel with a sub count falling into the freaking abyss for like a year straight and still bleeding bliss. Not enough punishment for being this full of shit. But I'm still flagging, and as a result, I'm still bagging your groceries on my Walmart weekend shift. Fucking sucks, but it has to be done. And at least now I'm giving people what they actually want. Next customer. Scrubbing the carpet, still cleaning the toilet, still putting out garbage, still nobody's watching. $3 I don't even have an opinion. No, you couldn't pay me to be honest if honesty was worth 3 million. Donuts, but I'm resilient, at least when it comes to fat shaming and raising a bunch of fucking black children that will probably grow up and shoot me in the back. Till then, I'll just be a cockless diabetic hip-hop crit. Damn strong shit. I'll add you to the block list, and then I'll bring about the fucking false flag apocalypse. See, whenever I'm near, there's a pretty good chance your critique will mysteriously disappear. I flag motherfuckers, flag and fuck 'em, nigger, fuck 'em, dead. That's what I do, 7 days a week. Flag motherfuckers, just flag motherfuckers, fuck 'em, dead. Ooh yeah, Matt Jarbo. I flag motherfuckers, yeah, flag and fuck 'em, dead. That's what I do, nigger, demonetized motherfuckers. So shut your trap before I flag you. They say you don't know what you have till it's gone. I used to have some kind of appeal, now I appeal to no one. I used to have a great time, now I never have fun. I used to wash every day, now it's 5 days a month. I used to be in shape, now I just have a head like a thumb. I used to get laid, now I get the bed when she's done. Used to have 2 cars in the drive, now I have 1. Used to have 2 kids that were mine, and now I have none. Used to get paid and stack cheese, now I gotta open up these ass cheeks to pay the producers for these fat beats. Apart from the fucking black meat, I'm getting used to eating exactly the same shit that the cats eat. Not siphoning some gasoline just to buy some Vaseline and a bunch of enemas from the local Walgreens, but I can't do it without some piece of shit asshole standing there yelling out, wait a minute, no! And that's why I flag motherfuckers, flag and fuck 'em, nigger, fuck 'em, dead. That's what I do, 7 days a week. Flag motherfuckers, just flag motherfuckers, fuck 'em, dead. Matt Jarbo. I flag motherfuckers, yeah, flag and fuck 'em, yeah, fuck 'em, dead. That's what I do, dog, demonetized motherfuckers. So shut your trap before I flag you too.
So you block 'em and flag 'em, take out a hit on these kids. Fuck 'em, right? Wait, no, not the kids, Matt. Please, I'm talking about the haters. Gator and Metokur, Ralph, Bezos and Dick. They talk shit and you take 'em out with a click. Grip, squeeze the trigger like you squeeze the cum out of me. You gotta spill the blood, you take a shot and pray that you hit 'em. Shit, I think you might be getting a taste for the life. Take the knife, do 'em right in the back like a car, like a cock. You know what? Maybe it's better if I don't say too much. Wouldn't want to end up on a watch list. No radio got this, and the song is now blocked in over 88 countries. And Rapper Jabba's got his thumb on the button like Stalin. He'll make your channel disappear like it's nothing. This semaphoric war is all that he has left anymore. So be warned, he'll treat your channels like he does a newborn and just fuck him. Wait, what? What just happened? Oh shit, did he? Did he just flag us?
You fucking know it. Fuck 'em, I flag motherfuckers, flag and fuck 'em, nigger, fuck 'em, dead. That's what I do, 7 days a week. Flag motherfuckers, just flag motherfuckers, fuck 'em, dead.
Ah, shit.
I flag motherfuckers, yeah, flag and fuck 'em, dead. That's what I do. Demonetized motherfuckers, so shut your trap before I flag you too.